Morris Costumes 2024 animatronic reveals have begun. Let's jump right into it. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and welcome to an incredibly exciting video because it is the end of January, and if you know anything about the Haunter community, you know that the end of January is devoted to Morris Costumes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the date is January 23rd, and the Halloween Party Expo is officially opening today in Las Vegas, Nevada. Obviously, the Halloween Party Expo is the convention trade show where Morris Costumes, among other Halloween retailers, show off their brand new items for the upcoming Halloween season, and this year, it's for 2024. Just a couple of hours ago, very early this morning, with the Las Vegas time zone difference, Bad Wolf on Instagram, who is the mastermind behind all of the Morris Costumes teasers and sneak peeks every single year, posted two very exciting videos of the Morris Costume booth under construction to the Morris Costumes official Instagram account that show us our very first looks at some of the new for 2024 Morris Costumes animatronics. But without any further ado, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's jump right into the Morris Costumes 2024 animatronic lineup. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so like I said, I've counted 4 brand new animatronics that you can see really good between these two videos. However, it looks like the Morris Costumes booth for 2024 at the Party Expo is also showing off some older animatronics like they normally do, and animatronics from other companies. I'm not going to talk about all of them because obviously we've already seen them. So let's waste no more time jumping right into the new animatronics that we can see in these videos. I'm going to start off with the one that is probably getting people the most excited and is definitely the one that has me the most excited, close with another one that we'll take a look at in a second. This is a brand new sword swallower animatronic coming to Morris Costumes for 2024. Now, like I said, this guy is definitely getting people the most excited and catching the most eyes, and for good reason, because this guy looks amazing. As you can see, he is probably the animatronic that we get the best look at between these two videos, because you can see him right front and center, the entire animatronic from top to bottom, and we get a very good look at this brand new prop. As you can see, the general concept behind this guy seems to be an old school freak show animatronic who has a sword in his, his right hand, and it is going into his mouth to recreate that sword swallowing act that you would see at, again, an old school freak show. He is decked out in black suspenders, a white undershirt with a very cool looking red bow tie, as well as a nice red hat on there that, again, is very freak show like. Right behind the sword swallower, you can actually see, like I just talked about, the returning carnival barker animatronic. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, it is so obvious and awesome that Morris Costumes is continuing their freak show lineup of clowns. Last year, we saw the carnival barker, and now this year, he was returning for Morris Costumes lineup along with this brand new animatronic, the sword swallower. I love that Morris is venturing more into the freak show type of clowns without just doing kind of copy and paste clowns that we've seen from a lot of other Halloween companies. They are going in a completely new direction with freak show stuff, and so far I very much enjoy the look of this sword swallower. Right off the bat, I think this guy seems to have a very realistic face. You can kind of see in the video here that he seems to have a lot of wrinkles on his face. His eyes seem to be wide open, and then of course that mouth also seems to be wide open to take the sword that he's holding in his hands. Now, of course, the main question with this sword swallower is, what is the animation going to be? In my opinion, the best possible thing that we could see for this animatronic would be if the arm actually pushed the sword down his mouth and to like go down his entire throat. Now, that would be a very difficult animation to be pulled off for a retail animatronic. So if that is what it is, it's going to be that much more impressive, because that would be an amazing animation for, again, a retail level animatronic. Very likely that he's being made by SVI, guy. But nonetheless, like I said, this guy is definitely the one that I want to see the most. I want to see this guy's animation. I want to see him up close, and I want to see him in action. Okay, so if the Sword Swallower animatronic is the thing getting me the most excited, this next one is probably a very, very close second, because I cannot wait to see more about this animatronic. This one I am dubbing as the Pogo Clown, because it appears to be a clown standing on a very, very tall pogo stick. Now, this guy we definitely cannot see as good as the Sword Swallower, and you're gonna see as this video goes on that the rest of these we definitely can't see that good, but I'm still gonna talk about them because we can notice them in the background. Now, like I said, this guy seems to be a clown standing on a pogo stick, and we don't have a lot to go off of based on what this guy's concept is. He seems to be wearing a red and yellow clown jumpsuit, as well as a kind of jester style hat, which is an interesting choice for this guy to have. And then obviously, like I've already brought up, he has one foot on a pogo stick and the other one is kind of like wailing out there just in the air. I am so curious to see what this guy is going to do and what the overall concept for this animatronic is. He seems to be super tall. That's the first thing I'm noticing here, because you can kind of see Carnival Barker right across from him, and he seems to be maybe a foot taller than Carnival Barker, and Carnival Barker stood at around 7 feet tall, so this pogo stick clown may be closer to like 8 feet tall. However, his actual body is probably only around like 3 feet, which means that pogo stick is very, very tall, and it's probably around 6'5", something like that, feet tall. Now again, I have no idea what the animation for this guy is going to be. It would be incredible, absolutely super, super impressive if that pogo stick maybe like wobbled from side to side slowly and the clown looked like he was gonna fall on you. That would be amazing, and definitely the first time we would ever see something like that in a retail animatronic. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up just yet and expect that's what it's going to be. Maybe it's something else, but definitely I have high hopes for this pogo stick clown. And another thing I did want to point out is that the look on this guy's face looks to be super detailed. Now again, we are seeing him from kind of far away. We can't make out all the details. However, if you look at this guy, he looks to have a super detailed and hyper realistic face based on the kind of colors and all the things we're seeing on the face there. Again, I'm gonna hold my applause and hold my theories so we see him a little bit better, but nonetheless, this guy looks super, super interesting, and I am so curious to see more about him and what he will actually do in terms of animation. But nonetheless, that is the new for 2024 pogo stick clown. Next up, we have another animatronic that we can't see super well as of the moment, but like I said in the beginning, if we get more videos, which I'm sure we will, I'll be making a part 2 right away. This is a brand new grave robber animatronic. Now, yes, I know, a grave robber, that is a brand new concept that we have not explored that much within the Halloween animatronic world, and it seems that Morris Costumes is exploring that for 2024. This grave robber seems to be a man dressed in all black with long white hair, a black hat on, and then of course the main thing for this guy is the fact that he seems to be carrying a body bag over his left shoulder. Now, like I said, we can't see a great look at this guy right now. However, he doesn't look bad. He also doesn't look great as of the moment. Kind of just looks like one of those mediocre animatronics that maybe I'll be very impressed by or surprised when we see more about him. But right now, he seems just kind of simple. Although I will say, I am very curious and interested to see that Morris Costumes is doing more of a grave robber concept, because like I just said, we really don't see that much in the Halloween animatronic world. This guy is definitely manufactured by SVI. You can see that SVI latex face even from this distance. You can kind of see that face on there, but nonetheless, his body bag also seems to be an interesting little feature. I'm curious to see how that's going to be built and made, because if you had a heavy body bag, this thing's going to be toppling over. So if I had to take a guess, it's probably going to just be like a thin fabric material that doesn't weigh that much, but looks like it weighs a lot and looks like a body, just so that the animatronic doesn't just collapse under the weight. And also, I'm sure he's going to have some kind of animation with maybe the body turning side to side, and if that was going to happen, the body bag has to not weigh that much, so it's probably just made out of a fabric similar to the kind of body bag decorations that we see from different Halloween companies each and every year. But nonetheless, we can't see him that good. I hope we get to see some more about him very soon and to see him in action, but that is the new for 2024 grave robber. Alright, and finally, the last new animatronic that we can see between these two videos, and again, I'm sure there is more in the lineup, but this is just what we have available to us right now. This is a brand new Scarecrow on a stake. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the very first thing I thought of when I saw this guy was the drop-down Scarecrow that we saw from Party City for 2023 last year, manufactured by Tacky. This guy has a very similar look to him, except he seems to be a little less big and also a lot skinnier than the drop-down Scarecrow was. Again, we can't see this guy very good as of the moment. He seems to be a very typical looking Scarecrow with a black pointed hat, some yellow on there for the corn pieces, I don't know, whatever you call that, and then the kind of black outfit that he has. You can definitely see that stake actually comes out from underneath him and then is the base for him. I'm probably gonna guess that he's gonna have some kind of drop-down animation similar to the drop-down Scarecrow from Party City, which, you know, it's been done already, but maybe surprise me, Morris Costumes. If it's something great, then I will definitely be surprised by it. But again, he looks kind of very typical for a Scarecrow, and we don't have that much to go off of right now, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But nonetheless, for all these Scarecrow animatronic fans out there, Morris Costumes got you covered for a brand new Scarecrow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our very first looks at the Morris Costume 2024 animatronic lineup. We have 4 brand new animatronics so far, and I'm sure there will be more of them. Like I just said, these are the only and first 2 videos that Morris Costumes have posted on their official Instagram account. However, the Party Expo is opening up today, January 23rd, so I'm sure we will get more looks at animatronics probably later today, so I'm sure I will be back in this chair in probably just a couple of hours talking about more animatronics as these videos roll out. So just look out for a part 2 coming to the GMHaunts YouTube channel, because I'm sure we will see more animatronics and the ones we already did see in better quality and in action just later today. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Morris Costumes 2024 videos. Goodbye.